Welcome back everyone, RacerX here, and today is part 2 of the 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona EV driving experience. And those of you guys that saw my last video, you realize that I flew out to Chandler, Arizona and went to the Radford driving school. Those guys are amazing, met up with Dodge there, and I got to put the 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona Scatpack down a mountain road with my good buddy Demonology. We had a ton of fun, just kind of putting the car through its paces, playing with some of the drive modes, playing with the sound, doing all sorts of different things with the car. Ultimately, we had a really good time. But what I didn't get to show you was some of the other stuff we got to do at the Radford driving school, to include drag racing the car a little bit on an unprepped surface, trying to drift the car, keyword trying, and taking it out on a road course. All stuff that seems a little bit foreign when you're talking about a 5,700 pound EV, but you know what? We did it anyway, and we had a really good time. So I want to give you that footage today, just kind of a little supplement to what I've already put out. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you guys are brand new to the channel, please remember, hit subscribe. You can find that button right over here, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Today's video sponsor is Vantue, and they just sent me this. This is their Nexus 4 Pro Dashcam. They have packed so much really cool technology into this. I've kind of been looking forward to it because I'm going to use it on my daily, because truth be told, Florida drivers are literally insane. Well, I just learned this thing even has voice control. How cool is that? But what I really want to talk about is why it is so important to have a dash cam in the first place. Because in the event of an accident or a road rage incident or someone trying to rob you, there are any number of things that could happen this day and age. It is really important to capture all of that. And this footage is actually admissible in court because it captures so many metrics: speed, direction. I mean, there are so many things that it captures, and it is real-time, irrefutable evidence to protect yourself, and that is why it is so important, plus all the other cool stuff it does. And in a matter of 5 minutes, the front camera is in and installed. Super easy to do. You can see both the forward and rear facing cameras going right now. I love this digital display on this. I'm getting ready to install the back camera as well. Should be very easy. I just have to route the cord. I am reading up about this dash cam. It does so many things. Apparently, if you download Vantue's app, it will give you access to the settings. You can also look at live video directly from your phone. You can pull up previously shot videos. It makes it really easy to share videos with your friends. Has GPS track playback. I mean, there's a million things that this thing does. It is so versatile. Reality is, I could make a 15-minute long video showing you all the really cool features of the Nexus 4 Pro, but at the end of the day, it is all about giving yourself some peace of mind and protecting yourself. So if you want one of these amazing products, go check out Vantue's website. I will pin a link in the comments down below to make it easy to find, and on we go with the video. The Radford Performance Driving School to take the brand new 2025 Charger Daytona and put it through its paces. This is a really wide car. We already know this car is bigger than the outgoing Charger. Excuse me, I was told there was an area where people are waiting that don't know how to drive. We're going in drag. We're going full drag mode today. And if you have a trained ear, it doesn't sound exactly like a V8.
That thing got a Hemi in it?
That thing got a Hemi? Yeah. Sweet.
The entire interior of this car is vastly upgraded. I will say that.
Listen. Man, I don't know what to think about that. That's really wild.
We were told specifically to keep it on the mountain. It is a nice handling car. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you know, it's actually more stable than what I thought it was.
It is a lot more stable than what I thought it was going to be. I only made him puke once on the way up here.
Hey, man, get on your side of the road. The car's amazingly fast. It's hard to explain. The body doesn't have a lot of roll to it.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, guys. Well, we got done doing the mountain driving experience. It was a lot of fun. Well, now we are going to drag this car. Actually, we're going to get out to 1,000 foot in this. Not quite a full quarter mile, but we are going to get past the 8th mile and use the car's in-car timer. Got an instructor here with me, but this should be a lot of fun. This is obviously my home turf, the drag strip. Unprepped, but once again, we're in an all-wheel drive EV. So we'll kind of just put this thing down through. I might run maybe 2 passes. We'll see how it goes, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it rip. So let's see what happens. Here we go. We're off. Just mash it and go. And we gotta slow down. Pretty coming up, coming up, coming up. And hard on the brakes. Whoa. Guys, so that was a 0.96 60 foot, which I don't know. I don't really know if that's, I mean, there was wheel spin there, so I'm guessing that's how it arrived at a 0.96 60 foot. But a 3.7 in the 330, the 8th mile in 6.8 on a completely barren, unprepped surface, and 9.2 to the 1,000 foot. So a 6/8 on an unprepped surface and a 4,700 pound EV. It's pretty respectable. A little bit of wheel spin coming out as well, so it's kind of cool to do that. I might try one more time, but I'll let somebody else go and maybe give it one more shot, see if I can best this. Pass 2, just gonna go ahead and give it a rip. Hopefully I can beat a 6.8 on this one. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Go, 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 go. And then hard on the brakes. Car moves quite a bit. You can definitely feel how heavy it is when you're really hard on the brakes in this car. But anyway, it is fun. Not a lot of fanfare, a little bit of spin, but nothing super crazy, nothing that's insurmountable or whatever. But the car is decidedly quick. Like I said, it's not necessarily plaid quick, but it's not slow. That one was a little slower. That was 7.1 in the 8th, 60 foot of 1.29. So not quite as good. A little more wheel spin on that one, I believe. But anyway, it's fun to run it. And like I said, it's just the slowing down part. A little bit sketchy in this, but it does accelerate quite nicely. It's a fun car to drive. Just worked with an instructor a little bit on this drifting thing. Drifting an almost 6,000 pound EV that's all-wheel drive is a completely different thing. I am literally not used to trying to drift something like this, but we're going to give it a couple of tries. I don't expect to do this all that well, but let's see what happens. I couldn't quite get the, I couldn't get it to kick.
Well, it initiated. It definitely started to slide.
Yeah.
That's where to then go ahead and counter steer away
Right.
with the gas. That was good.
Well, I feel like I had the
good.
speed down,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like I had the timing down very well. I feel like I have to get a couple good runs at
Movement
this.
was there.
That was not very good. Let's see, the heavy car, we got to get it moving in the right direction here. Oh, I couldn't quite give it around. Jeez.
That was awesome with 360.
Yeah, yeah. I had the speed. The speed was there. I think I'm just waiting too long to counter steer in the car.
It could be, but also I think you're going to the gas too soon.
Am I?
Yeah, let it slide.
All
and
right,
then
so
go
let
to
me
the
wait.
gas.
Let me back off just a little bit.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, I had it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And you were on the gas to create it.
Yeah.
And then you could even come off the gas because it's starting to swing. Those
Yeah.
back tires are just rotating around themselves.
Dang it. I'm wanting to go to the brake. That's the thing. Like when I'm going around this first curve, I'm wanting to go to the brake.
And
So
you can.
I feel like
You
I
can
have
tap
enough
some
speed
brake
though.
to set the nose and it'll rotate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the speed's good.
I feel like I have enough
Speed
speed.
and energy is there. Look over there. Look over there. Look over there. Look where you want to be.
Oh, this car is heavy. Oh, it didn't want to go. Oh, I felt the
Yes.
weight so much on that. I was like, come on, and then the back end just wanted to
You
keep
had
going.
the first half of that one. Like that was golden. Yeah, man. Nice try. Nice try.
I tried,
That was
man. I didn't do a
close.
very good job of that. Like I said, I could get in a normal Hellcat and do it all day long, but this is a different feel. I appreciate you letting me do it.
Absolutely,
It's
yeah,
fun.
thanks again.
I wish I could have done it better, but I feel like I would need at least 10 good passes to be like, yeah, now we got this, and just get the feel for it.
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Oh yeah, we got threads. Nice. All right, guys, now it's time for the road course track attack. This should be pretty fun. So I'm going to be following an instructor to kind of regulate the pace, so to speak. It is, once again, kind of weird to be doing all this in a big old 5,700 pound all-wheel drive EV, but we're going to give it a go. Like I said, hopefully I can keep up with the instructor in front of me. I don't know why it looks like I have just an absolutely enormous head, because I promise I don't. It's the helmet, but it's a look. What do you do? So see how it goes. So we got Demonology behind us. Should be interesting. That's where he belongs, back there. Hopefully he doesn't hit us, and hopefully he can stay pretty close. We're gonna see.
Have you notified Lord Helmet?
Yes, sir. I took the liberty. He's on his way.
What happened? Where are they? I don't know, sir. They must have hyperjets on that thing. And what do we got on this thing? A Cuisinart?
Demonology is like way back there. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. This thing handles way better than you would expect a big old heavy car like this to handle. I know they worked really hard on the suspension. These race drivers are good. I'm trying to keep up with him. I'm maneuvering in this big girl, but the suspension feels pretty good in this, really. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. Had me kind of wanting to push it a little bit harder. For some reason, Demonology, like, I don't know if we almost lapped him or what. I got to give him a hard time. Well, guys, that's going to wrap up our day here at Radford Racing in Scottsdale, Arizona with the new 2025 Charger Daytona EV, both the RT and the Scatpack. Had a really good time today. You guys got to see us do kind of the mountain drive, myself and Demonology. Who would have thought two old school drag racers driving a electric muscle car? And then, of course, you saw me go out and try and drift this thing. It's definitely going to take a lot of practice to get it down. The pros have had a lot more practice and time in it, but it was fun. And then we got out to the track here as well, where I almost lapped Demonology in a one-lap race, but we did have fun with it. But the new car, it is a lot of fun to drive. I have a couple of takeaways on this car, right? So obviously $80,000 is not cheap for one of these. It does have a lot of personality. From a performance perspective, it is definitely quick. I expected it to be 670 horsepower. There's a lot of neat stuff that this car does. I love the interior of this car. The exterior design is really cool. It is definitely one of the more unique EVs on the market. So I will say that for it. Like I said, I think the biggest drawback for this car might be just the price of it. You know, when you can go buy a Plaid that, 1,020 horsepower in the mid 80s or whatever it is, used Plaids are out there in the 50,000, sometimes high 40,000 range. It's just, you have to want something very different with this car. The fact that it will do burnouts like you saw, it'll do drifting, all that kind of stuff. It does a lot of stuff. It is a very unique car. I don't know what else to say about it. Definitely an EV, but it is a more fun driving experience because of the sound that it makes. And you guys saw it right there on my video that a lot of people actually really like the sound of the car in real life, on the road. Everybody kept saying, wow, that thing really sounds good. So that really caught me off guard. And just listening to the car, it doesn't sound exactly like a V8 to me. You kind of have some space age sounds that come out of it, especially when you start it, like when you slow down. There's some different sounds that come out of it. But that is part of what makes it unique, but it does give it a more visceral driving feel. So the car is fun to drive. So I will definitely say that. So Dodge has a pretty unique product on their hands. We will see how these things sell once they actually hit the market here. Matter of fact, in just a couple of weeks, these will start hitting showrooms, and I'll be interested to see when other people start getting a hold of these, what they think about it. But I'm pretty sure most of the influencers that I've talked to today, just about everybody, they kind of have sort of the same take on this car. It's a cool car, definitely different. You kind of have to go drive it and experience it. And then, of course, middle of next year, we'll have the 6-pack car, which I'm also very interested to show you guys. So we will just see what happens. But anyway, guys, fun day of racing. We'll probably talk about this more on further videos. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.